Good night. This is Godly Truth TV. Uh, we welcome everyone that's just starting to stream in. Like, share, comment below. This is the first day of the first meeting of Colorado Buffaloes. I want to also invite everyone that has not been on this channel before to like, comment, share, and also send us any messages, that you want us to know about the channel, any questions here. Let me see. Yes, this is Godly True TV. I also want to commend Coach Prime for bringing Levante Wester. He's a really talented receiver. I think we're going to do really big things this year. Travis Hunter, Will Shepard. Uh, we have also Baby T.O. Many receivers that we already have from last year that didn't leave. Number 5, Jimmy Horn Jr. I feel like he's going to have a breakout year this year. Kamani McLean, trying to work also on uh, the offensive side of the ball. He's a DB, but he's trying to be diversified. In his approach to the game. Goldberg's son. I really appreciate. He's trying to be diversified. In his approach to the game. His name is Gage Goldberg. I think that we have to see if he's really about what he says he's about. Not that he's gonna be bad or nothing like that, but you know. I think that we have to yeah, we gotta really watch if because a lot of times we realize we bring in a lot of players that don't really live up to the expectation. So we have to wait after spring, evaluate, and then once we evaluate, we also gotta wait after fall camp to see who's gonna be there. Because we had so much injuries after the previous fall camp, had so much injuries after spring camp, and we had a lot of guys, jump into the portal, and then it was so much unstableness in 2023 that at the end of the day, we didn't really lay the foundation for winning football team. But we didn't necessarily, fell back because we were not winning team. It's just that, you have when you're building cement, you can't you gotta make sure it's mixed right. You know, and the team was a great team coming together, but it just had some elements within the team where it didn't come together at the right time, and it's too fast. Yeah, so we have to this year we have to evaluate what's in the team and what we need, what we don't need. Um, get things prepared before the start of the season, so that we can be dominant, and dominant at a level. You know, I feel like our number one goal should be out the gate 6 wins. Once we can get to that 6 win, we know automatically that we have a bowl. Uh, you know, we got a bowl berth. Once you get that bowl berth, then we can kick off from there, win more games, and try to make it to the college football playoffs. But we have to basically so hey, KOJ in
Hey, what's up?
the building. Yeah, I was just talking about some sports stuff.
Yeah,
But
let me turn this phone a little bit.
I wanted to bring you in. I wanted to do some like dialogue. About a lot of things that we didn't get a chance to talk about. I
Yeah.
wanna. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of things in the airways. You know. A lot of whispers in the air. Just going around. You know. They should. I think they have to get Cat Williams, man. It's like I don't know. It's like Cat Williams. I don't understand why everybody angry at Cat Williams, because that Cat Williams is saying something that's already out in the public. I don't get why everybody is trying to get Cat Williams. Why everybody angry at Cat
Yo,
Williams?
Cat is the man. Cat is the man. Cat Williams is the man. And all who don't like it, too bad. Cat
Yeah, so
Williams is the man. We can't let people, what I mean, use and abuse
mm-hmm,
people. And the man is saying that, listen, man, is time.
mm-hmm,
Time up for all the gatekeepers, man. It's like I was thinking about something, and I used to be one of them that faithfully watched the Grammy for years.
mm-hmm,
Years, the Grammy couldn't miss me until I find out that this thing is like a fake thing. That's not real, I watch it and I
mm-hmm,
was just disgusted. I disgusted with it, and I can't understand in 2024 when a black person win a slave award and feel good. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm.
you have to depend on the master. Remember, you have the
Okay.
skills
So
to
basically,
validate.
he's one of those field slaves that's not following the rules.
Yeah. You gotta let somebody who is less talented than you evaluate your performance and skill to give you, something to say. Yes, you arrive, and if the master don't going forward, man, it's time now for we create our own award. You know what I mean? See, did have BT have their BT award, and you see, because of many of the entertainers that have this great slave mindset, they believe that they should boycott BT award because it's all black. But you see, it is time now that remember we got a talent. Most drama of music was created by black people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Reggae,
You
DJ
remember?
music,
You
hip
remember the
hop
days when
music.
they used to have the Jeffersons and they used to have all these black shows, I
Mm.
miss those days, man. I don't know where those TV shows go.
You see, and a lot of those TV shows still, was in the narrative that to make fun of us. But it's time now to show our brilliance, because there are many educated slave out there right now.
Yeah, that's true.
With
That's true.
PhD and masters and all kind of things. Many educated slaves still out there right now with all kind of degrees.
I think that's why me personally, I want to really do well in social media and get up there in the echelon so that I can control my own narrative
Yeah,
because I'm sick of this plantation mindset. Like, you gotta watch what you say. You gotta sleep in the basement. You gotta sleep in the attic.
yeah,
You gotta eat when master tell you to eat. You gotta go to bed when master tell you go to bed.
yeah.
You gotta walk
And
down
go
the
to
street
bed with
when
who
master
master
tell you
tell you to
walk
go to
down the
bed with.
street.
Don't forget, and go to bed with who master tell you to go to bed with. Yeah,
Oh man. But hold on. Me not follow
yeah,
that thing. I'm not gonna follow that one. I'm not gonna follow that one
yeah,
because
you gotta,
I don't want to end up like Jonathan Major, man. I don't want
yo, yo,
to
yo, you gotta
Jonathan
go to
Major.
bed with who master tell you to go to bed with. Listen, my man, it's time for us to set our own narrative and
But
think.
a lot of time, does give people recommendation, but what his recommendation always end up in prison, either in prison, or on some child support, or spending thousands of dollars. It's always some. They
Yeah,
always put them on a pathway, some form of destruction. They end up dead or
no, no,
something.
no. You what Cat Williams said. Listen, when a man make and can break
Exactly.
if everything that you eat, you have to depend on me. Everything that you wear, you have to depend on me. Every dollar that you spend, you have to depend on me.
Mm.
I might one day ask you to do some ridiculous things.
Yeah, yeah. You
And
become
if
a
you
puppet.
refuse,
You become a
and
puppet
if
master.
yeah, and if you refuse, I will say, yo, I'm gonna cut off everything from you. But I
You
like
become
Cat
a puppet
Williams.
master.
I love Cat Williams. The man try to be independent.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
so it be independent. And don't let me
Uh,
say, look, yeah, after you reach certain stage, man, you don't you have to be independent. It's like
mm-hmm.
uh, I'm here and I try to build my little thing, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to build it independently. You
Oh, okay.
understand? I don't want to partner with no guys and them come tell me say, yo, you know what I mean? Whatever I tell you to do, you have to do, and whatever I tell you to say, you have to say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because my funding come from another person, and I'm using the funding that I get from them to fund you. So
Mm-hmm.
what whatever my master tell me, I got to tell you now to do. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
I want to do things independently. You know what I mean? Where I can speak, and
Mm-hmm.
if and I like the
Freely.
way that Cat Williams put it. If I help you, you know what I mean? If I help you, I'm not helping you because you have to do what I say.
Mm.
Only what I tell you to say, you can say, or what I tell you to do. Else I'm not gonna bring you. I'm not gonna bring you on. I'm not gonna help you to develop. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
do nothing like that. You know what I mean? We have to
Mm-hmm.
realize that, yo, we have to bring it to a place where we're not telling people that
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me here. Me I hear you, but me get a black screen. I get a black screen. Yep. Yes. So as our guest KOJ is working through technical difficulties, one of the things that I want to say to everybody is that always try to create your own lane. Because what I see nowadays is that it's all about control. It's not. You know, you cannot do anything on your own no more. So here, I just resent KOJ another invite. Hopefully he'll come back in. Back to what I'm saying, the puppet masters nowadays trying to control and manipulate everyone, and we have to be wise.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, continue, KOJ.
Yeah, so right now what we are saying that we want to see, we people move from out of the slave mentality right now, and come into them own, the slave men
Hmm.
kind of get us toxic and backward
Yep, yep, yep,
and
yep.
setting us backward. And right now we want to change the narrative from, those people, black people, don't believe that they have to be slaves, and only
Mhm.
when God only cares for us when we die. That means
Wow.
have to be
I
eliminated.
just said KOJ another invite. Mm-hmm. He'll come back in. Back to what I'm saying. Yeah, so basically what you're saying is that people need to create their own lane, and try to do their own thing and stop being chained up and believe that they have to sign to a contract, sign to an agreement, sign to a label, or be a part of a company. And I think that a lot of us have to go that route nowadays because in order for you to become a part of the upper echelons, so much nasty things that you have to do nowadays. You can't work hard and reach to the top anymore. So much nastiness you have to do.
And it don't have to be so. Yeah, I was saying something about Cat Williams, what I love about him. Him
Mm-hmm.
said the people that him bring an issue,
Mm-hmm.
uh, bring with him in his circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Him ownership over their creativity.
Mm.
You don't take no ownership over their creativity. It's more like a partnership. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, you and I move and we go places with video and move like as a friend. Not no
Mm-hmm.
one have no ownership over the next man and not the boss business. And we
Yeah,
have
yeah, 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 yeah.
this people right now kind of locking themselves into the slavery. You know, you're free with mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that people we want all our goodness we want to when we die. You understand? While
Mm-hmm.
the other nations,
Mm-hmm.
they want all the goodness, they want all of the land, they want to capture all the land, they want to go around the world, capture all the golds, capture all the uranium, capture all the copper, capture all the silver, capture all the spice, capture everything, capture the land, take away everything themselves. And then the narrative is let's keep everything. And God so much that He willing to kill you, take you to heaven so that you get what
Mm.
they will steal, kill, bomb, capture, do everything to get theirs. They don't care who they rob, who they steal, to get everything here to create generational wealth for themselves.
Mm.
Right? Why they don't just say, all right, we're not gonna steal, we're not gonna capture nothing, we don't want nothing. Let us all just wait until we're dead, we walk on the streets of gold.
Wow, wow.
Yeah,
I personally think that they these people, the one thing I don't like, I don't like how they want to take everything that doesn't belong to them. They
because
want to go to every
that is
country and take over everything that doesn't even belong to them.
yo, my brother, because he who have it don't recognize what they have and don't even want it. Because
Mm.
the narrative passed down to us that any good thing we're going to get, we have to wait till we die.
Mm. And it only apply to certain group of people. It doesn't apply to everybody.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know, and
Exactly. So what we have to
it doesn't apply to them. It only applies to some people.
stir up a younger nation to realize that the old people that believe that we, first of all, if two things black people don't like to talk about, I notice. They don't
Hmm.
like and they don't like to talk about race.
Yeah, they're colorblind, colorblind.
That people don't like to talk about money. They don't like to talk about race. You know what I mean? Because where you got to go, dear? Where you got to go? I heard Dr. Clive Anderson say that. A lady tell him say one time say, Doctor, why you always have to talk about money? Why you always have to talk about money? You know, don't you know that money is the root of all evil? Him say, well, listen, man. Yes, money is the root of all evil. I got no money and my people have no money, so that make me evil. And him
That's
say,
really funny.
said also that, listen, man, if money can't take me to heaven, but I'll let the money take me as far as it can, then I'll walk the rest of the way.
But the crazy thing is, all these people coming out the woodwork now. I criticize Cat Williams, but the funny thing is, all these allegations start fly out of the woodworks. When these allegations wasn't out, they never criticized Cat Williams because Cat Williams said before everything they bust out of the bag. What do you think about that?
I love Cat Williams, man. You're a Cat Williams, say. All the other man have barrage of man round him and I walk with them. Him have three women where him cling to that a film posse. Where
uh, but yeah, that always seems something that always seem right about that.
yeah,
Why in the industry a
yeah.
man have to walk with 20, 30 man? Me never understand that. You have to explain that to me, because me not get that.
So listen, if you me understand, me can't explain it.
You
Me,
don't understand. I used to always wonder about that. I say, where the bag of money I go? What purpose? What purpose am I serve? Me
yeah,
understand the security. If a
yeah.
man have a security team, me understand that. But me not understand the entourage thing and the
Man.
handling thing.
Let me say, man, them all so stupid nowadays. Remember when we are boy and we are go party, you know. Woman and man dance together. You know what I mean? Now when I watch all the video them nowadays, you know, you see, it will like freak them separate. You see, woman wears and the man them wear so. And man and woman, them feel say man and woman can't come together anymore. And if man and woman can't come together, how the world like a prolong?
I don't know.
You know what I
But
mean?
that's not even the crazy part too, you know. You have you have a time now where man are not allowed to come up to woman and talk to woman anymore. The way how they create society now, you blow breeze upon a woman, it's abuse, and they lock you up for years on end. And she write out restraining order on you and stuff like that. When the other way around, it doesn't work like that. You know,
Yeah,
they lock you go to a police station as a man and say a woman abusing you and you need a restraining order. The officers laugh you out of the station.
yeah.
You know?
You see what happened to Jonathan Major? Take that as an example. He called the police and he was the one that get arrested. Remember that?
But to be honest, if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't even never do that. Cause my historical knowledge can tell me that would never work. That don't work for this type of complexion.
Yeah. So hey, but you see, that's the thing again. You know, you see, these people don't learn from history and don't
Mm-hmm.
learn from whatsoever they see in the world. You gotta learn from the things that you see. You understand? You gotta learn from history. If you can't learn from history, man.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know if people remember. There was a time when um we men used to get a lot of accusation. And once they get accusation by a certain demographic of women, you know, even matter if you're false or right or wrong, you are immediately strung up. That's it.
That, if you, I'm not a liar or nothing, but if you notice liars when they go try try a case, if they have a strange case, what they always go back and do, they always go back to see if they then set
Mm-hmm.
before with any case that they can relate to or
Mm-hmm.
close to, that they can say in 1947 this thing happened and this is how it play out in the court, and they go back and they study the key
Mm-hmm.
and value to see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
We don't go back and study nothing.
Say from my historical knowledge, a black man never defeated a white woman in court. That not to my knowledge, to my historical knowledge. I don't know. Maybe no have no knowledge on me to tell me that a black man defeat a white woman in court, but man, I never seen it.
Well, maybe it's out there, and then maybe it happened, but they never publish it.
Oh, probably because all the historical time I seen is a some incident between a white woman and a black man. It always end up bad for the black man.
It
Even
might,
if even if he was all right, 100% right, he always end up strung up on a tree at the end of the story.
yo, man, tell her, man. See, a lot of people don't learn nothing from history, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I trust me. I study history, man.
A lot of
I
learn
want
nothing.
that thing I'm gonna leave out.
I mean, and we have to learn from the past. We can't think about the future.
I don't know if you know that it was the same situation that destroyed um Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
And actually, what the incident didn't even happen in Black Wall Street. It was happening in a white town that was a couple of miles distance away from Black Wall Street. But the guy going in those days, it's a manual operating elevator, and it was a white woman dealing with the elevator, and she come out of the elevator and say, um, "Oh, this guy touched me or whatsoever," which he did not. And then they went in a rage. And by the time he got to the station, then pull him out of the station and string him up. And then
And,
the mob went down to Black Wall Street and burned down the whole place. They were dropping literal bombs off the planes, you
uh,
know. So this is something that we don't play around with, you know. Something that we take very serious. Historical part of it take serious. I mean, I make nobody get me in that place.
see, one of the things that going to hold us back,
Mm-hmm.
keep us in this position is the you see the educated slave,
Mm-hmm.
educated slave, one that the master have to use,
Yeah, that's one of the major problems.
and major tool that them have,
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The major tool that the master have.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them can congregate some educated slave.
Mm.
Him not have to worry about the rest. Because the educated slave will fight tooth and nail
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
work
I
the one.
I see him group Malcolm X are talking about.
You
You know
understand?
that good how that Uncle Ruckus. You know, he draw a knife pan you to protect the master. Draw a gun pan you and everything.
You know what I mean? Because in today, you notice if you start to talk about race, equality,
Uh huh.
hear that. They don't want to hear you talk about money. They don't want to hear you talk about race. And those are the two equivalents to freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't want you, you bring up the narrative to freedom. I don't know how it's gonna play out. You
Trust
know,
me,
I,
one anytime we start talking about nonsense, killing and foolishness, cross dressing and all kind of weird stuff, and we start do kind of strange things, views start get through the roof, and we are get views from everywhere. But once you start talking about constructive things and things that is positive, hit the airways.
yeah, it can't get a headway because people
Mm-hmm.
that those things should not be spoken about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's another aspect I want to teach you about too. There's another part of aspect of slavery that a lot of people don't research historical research. There's another character called Bully Coon. Now, Bully Coon, he's different from the educated slave. Bully Coon is the one them where he's like P Diddy and Suge Knight. They go around intimidating other slaves,
Mm.
to stick on the program. If anytime you try to band together and try to, get off the plantation, those are the also another tactic, other tools in the toolbox of the master he used to get back certain slave back on the plantation.
And in this day and age, we all we, black people still want validation. Let
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to go to the white awards, the white Oscars, to be awarded by white folks.
the Grammy. You know what I mean? I mean, Why? Why?
White validation, man.
Why?
You want to be pat on the head by a master.
Everything that brainwash our people.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm.
right? A lot of people criticize Umar Johnson, and when you look at all the rich blacks in America and them don't support him,
Mm-hmm.
And then they say the man
Mm-hmm.
is build a school. And them should have Daisy alone can build a school. PDD build a school. What the 50?
But I don't want I don't want that guy nowhere near no school. KOJ. That guy shouldn't be nowhere near no kids nowhere.
I mean, listen, just listen for a second. They donate the money to Umar. Umar,
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Omar gotta let him know, man. You can't come to school, man. I can't have you around kids, man.
No. We're not saying we have a great.
He can't be around the kids, man. He banned from being around kids. Man.
But listen, we still would take his money to
Yeah, yeah, no problem, man. But you
you know,
know, he gotta sort some issues out, man.
yeah, to further answer things. We free to speak about money, and without money, you know what I mean. Without money, people
Mm-hmm.
said Jesus wasn't a poor man.
Hmm.
Study the scripture.
Mm-hmm.
When Jesus want money, what Jesus do? Jesus create money. Him just say, tell Peter say, go down, just cast a net, a line. Then I bring up a fish, and the fish ask money for me and you. And when they get the money, just go spend it for me and you.
Mm-hmm.
But Jesus never poor. Jesus,
Mm.
you see,
In my father house, you have many mansions.
yeah, you see, we don't study the scripture, and because people don't study the scripture and dissect the scripture, you know what I mean? Going to if you want to know how Jesus' mindset, study St. Matthew chapter 25. From the first verse to the last verse.
Mm.
And see, it's all about what Jesus teaches, it's all about money. Right through the chapter. And how to
Mm.
make it in alignment with God.
Mm.
You understand? Show you say the importance of development. That
Mm.
chapter, all people bring it down to say, then just read the first part, as I said, and the five, 10 virgin, and you gotta fill with the Holy Ghost because that's what's the high. It's nothing like that. When they study the chapter completely, I've
Mm.
chapter in the Bible that I've go over many,
Mm.
many, many times just to see the essence of what the word is really speaking about.
Mm.
And we act like that Jesus was this poor orphan, wasn't born in a major. Some just poor orphan. Yeah, but when he grew up and when he wanted money, money was no problem to him. He created what he could use. What 200 could not buy. Remember when the disciple them said to him, "Say, listen, me, 200 penny is not enough to buy enough bread for the people that is here."
Mm.
Economic man. Now I'll show you, say, me can multiply money and things that you're not even have to spend what you got. Maybe use what you have and multiply it and show you how. So 5,000 people in fish feed, two little
You,
fish bread. You
you
can
know
call
what?
man.
You know one of the things what Jesus never like. Jesus never like poor mind. You
You know
know,
what
poor thoughts.
I mean?
Anytime you're gonna do a miracle. I don't know if you notice. He
Yeah,
always tell the people that don't believe.
yeah,
Step out the room
yeah,
and step aside.
yes.
And when in those people step aside,
They do it
then
for
they
you.
do the miracle.
Right.
because in order for something to manifest, you have to believe it, you have to receive it, and
Exactly.
you have to stand on it. You can't have people around
And,
doubting and with
and well,
poor mindset and poor attitude, and it's gonna mess up everything.
but when he's gonna do certain things, he's gonna bring tree. Because you know that the other nine would be an ignorance to what he's gonna say and what he's gonna do. So it's simply favoritism, but it's not favoritism. Him read the mindset of the others.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't include them in the secret, most of the secret things that he did. When he's gonna
Mm.
do certain things, he only bring three with him, Peter, James, and John. And him just bypass the others because what? Him no have no time for explain to the others to bring them up in a line. So they say, certain things I can allow you to see. I don't want you to see. I'm gonna take the tree passing the problem.
Mm.
Problem he didn't want, Why the problem he didn't want, why I'm only take the tree?
Mm.
12. You notice certain things he's gonna do, he take on 12. Certain things he's going to do, he only take on many, many occasions.
Mm.
People don't study these things to find out why is you see when I love read the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
and when I read it, I like to study it. Why this? Why is that? And the people that leave, we was the first from the last. How come
Mm-hmm.
that? You see, it's a race. That's why they narrow it down and say the human race. And
Mm-hmm.
last in the race,
Mm.
dead last in the race. And it's time now for us to run this race and try to even come forth, no man.
Mm.
And then we then go back and train again and see from fourth if we can come back. And remember we was number one, and we dropped the
Mm-hmm.
pass. So if
Mm-hmm.
we can go back to train again and see if we can come back in alignment.
Mm.
You understand? Yo, you got one child. Tell us something. They say
Mm.
if it, from the children young, but I realize you have to develop the mindset because if we wait too late and what make
Okay.
them develop their mindset, you lost them forever.
Mm. So you have to catch him early.
You gotta catch them when they're very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and you don't catch them when they're very, very young. I think the first 7 years of a child life should be taught by their parents.
Mm.
I mean, I firmly believe that the first 7 years of a child life should be taught by their parents. The
Mm.
schooling, the mannerism, what they expect to look for when they go out into the real world. Because once you send them, God, remember, with children, and our children have a completely different mindset. Them spend more time with them than you. You have to work. Them spend more time.
Mm-hmm.
Left from one job and gone to another job, and by the time you come home, you and them not even have no good interaction. One,
Tired.
that's
Tired.
how you develop their mind. You understand?
And next thing you know, they're teaching them nonsense.
And the curriculum, yeah, set with a narrative how to put you into slavery. No, from
Mm-hmm.
preschool to university, all teach slavery.
Mm-hmm. Say they don't teach about the time where black kings. They don't teach about Mansa Musa, the richest man in the
Not teach
world. They don't teach about stuff like that.
because by the time you get your masterate and your doctorate in education, you already rooted in slavery so much. Your mindset is so set that you will never want to see your people free. You will never want to do nothing for
Mm-hmm.
the betterment of humanity because you feel that everybody else who don't have a doctorate is a lazy bum and need to get off and go get a doctorate like yourself. And the mindset is as this that they arrive until one day they drive and the police pull them up and beat the hell out of them and they realize say, oh my God, with my doctorate and all of this, I'm still a slave.
But the thing about it is, what I realize now, why people become, engulfed on the plantation is because they're getting benefits. They just like Malcolm X said. They go from being in the field and go to the basement. Next thing they go to the attic. Then they give them a coat. They give them a top hat. Next thing you know, they're eating at the table. The next thing you know, they're eating in the corner. Next thing you know, they were eating the pig feet at one time. Then they go high on the hog. The next thing you know, find themselves in the White House serving the big master.
Yeah,
So they feel good about themselves after a
yeah,
while
feel
and
good.
start working for the man.
All right. Just the other day, the professor from Cambridge
Mm-hmm.
and Sam's coming from China, 25
Mm-hmm.
hour flight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Long flight is because I traveled as far as Africa. I know what a long flight is. And when
Mm-hmm.
you go on a long flight, you're on a long flight and you come home, you're tired. You're going through
Mm-hmm.
time zone. Your body needs to react. The man came home and realized that him don't have him key, and somebody say a black man in a neighborhood they're not supposed to in. The man said take out two ID and show the police and said, listen, I'm a professor. Here's my professor ID. I work at Cambridge University. Here is my driver's license. And the man still can't go to jail because a black man should not live with
Mm-hmm.
understand. So
Hey, hey,
that
I'm not surprised because I'm not surprised at that because you should know historically where
yeah,
he's at and the behavior he's gonna be treated at.
he got some education, man, and it's good. He's got some education out there, man, and it's good. And because of his education, he arrived. But
Mm.
you know what I mean? Something have happened to bring him back down to the level to show him, say, listen, me, an educated slave is still a slave.
Mm-hmm. 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 Sometimes people believe because they're in the house, they're not gonna get certain type of treatment. They feel like they're the head slave in charge.
I watch a video with a guy in the army in an army clothes, and the police then pull him over. And the man couldn't believe how the police then treat him because him in an army uniform and things say they would have show him a little bit of respect. Him not asking for special treatment, but just a little bit of respect. And then look at him and say, yo, a slave is just a slave. Go back into the history of the United States. Go back into the history from the first war to set this nation free. Black people been fighting in every war that the United States, whether the United war, whether it's home, abroad, and black people fight in every single one. And home. They don't no respect as a human being because the state system still see them as a slave.
So basically, they're still on the plantation.
Still on the plantation. Many people don't like to hear this kind of talking because there's
Mm.
truth. Where can keep your mouth shut? I mean, a lot of people don't want to hear the truth. You understand? Because them see say if you talk the truth, it's wrong to really speak the truth. That's why I say I love Cat Williams. Me love the man, me never meet him, but me like when a man can just sit down and say, listen, I'm gonna give you my experience. I don't care about somebody else's experience. And when he can give his experience, and when the experience is not a good experience, people don't want to believe or think that why you got to tell about your experience. You don't see it's modern time now because we have cell phone. It's modern because we can live uh, in a certain area. I tell people that no matter how much money I come and have, there's a certain area I now live. Come now go
but
go
but
buy me.
even though it's modern time, KOJ, you have to realize, there's some people that the slave mind is still in them. They can't come out of the slave mind. You come to band together with a group of people, tell them, let's run away. Let's get far away from here. They're gonna turn you and say,
They turn
yes,
in
you crazy?
every
That's
time when a slave uprising happen.
yeah, these are the same people back in slavery what turn in.
It never been a white person that turned in the slave.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go back into history and search that. Anytime
Mm-hmm.
there's something going on, it never been a white person that turned in the slave. Always been another black person.
Mm-hmm.
Same ash tree turn in the slave to the to,
Mm-hmm.
to the to the owner and saying that this slave have bad intention because he want to set us free.
Mm.
You understand? Always been another slave. Said to the
Yep.
master, Master, this slave don't have no good intention because this slave is planning a revolt to set us free. And master said,
And another thing too,
slave that
they
was
they
trying to set
go they go up to the big house and wake him out and sleep
yeah.
dead at night. I tell him what's going on, all updates. And another thing too, I don't know if you realize it, it's the same thing that's going on in
I,
this modern time.
I mean,
Why you think they came up with that thing said the call from 3 o'clock in the morning to the White House, the big house? Who you think they get that from? That's a plantation Negroes going up there telling master what's going on.
I said me like some black people, just them know that die for them party, Democrat are
Mhm.
gonna kill for it. And me have not seen one thing that these people have done for us.
Mhm.
Not even one. And you know why a lot of people feel that get surprised. All right. Well, I'm from Africa and we come from the Caribbean now where I come from. And I'm saying, boy, when me die my country, me did. Me never have nothing, so now me coming on it, and if the master give me a little bit, me satisfied, me quite contented, Me now send
Mhm.
the master. So
Mhm.
in not gonna say nothing. Why should I upset the master and me I get a little bit? And I mean, so
Yeah, yeah.
why
The master pay for silence.
why me want to see my children come be why that would have be benefit me to see that children come turn slave. Me see two of my children got college and them claims to them go for business administration and I know business administration them got college right now and them quite it with a job being a slave. Them never ever one day said Even many times I said to them, listen, let's let the pool resource and come together and say, listen, establish a business. Them can't see it because what? They was structurally from preschool.
Mm-hmm.
And the more education they have, is the more they're structured to become a slave.
Mm-hmm.
And because the slave mindset is in them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna leave that job for their children to inherit.
Mm.
And when they leave that job for their children to inherit, that means their children is gonna be slave.
I really think I don't know if you see what's coming down the pipeline, KOJ. I really think that these people, they planning on replacing us as far as robotics and stuff like that. They don't have no future plan for us. We're
I'm
not a
glad
part of the future plan.
I'm glad to touch that. You see, but they have that looking on. That's why, listening, in the next 10 years, you're gonna see a great repatriation of people trying to go back to Africa.
Hmm.
In the next 10,
Mm-hmm.
a great repatriation of people from all over the globe trying to go back to Africa. Understand? To
Mm-hmm.
see, you know, they can live a decent life. Understand? Because trust me, these people have no intention for us to move from
Mm-hmm.
last. That's why, if you notice, black in the United States, they scatter all over.
Mm-hmm.
We're not on a Biden city.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a place
We'll
where
meet up.
places where black people congregate. They don't
Mm-hmm.
want, you understand? They own houses and car. You know what I mean? Because black people mindset is if I make some money, I want 10 cars.
Mm-hmm.
I want some
BMW, Ferrari, Lexus.
I want Lexus and Ferrari. I want 10
Yeah.
Lexus cars.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
Lamborghini and then type of stuff. Yeah.
have no value to me because the moment I drive it after it have no value to me, to my
Yep.
community, my children, and to
Depreciating value.
right. You check out the rappers them and the athletes them. You might have a few exceptional, and still they don't build nothing. Said this is exclusive for us.
Mm.
And they don't,
Most of those guys, KOJ, they have collateral, but they don't have wealth. Riches and wealth are two different things. For example, majority of them people, them own a house, but they
yeah,
don't own the lands. They own a car, but they don't own a dealership. They don't have no gold. They don't have no livestock. They don't have
yeah.
no minerals. These people they have material, they have cash flow, but they don't have no wealth. Then when they die, that money is not going to the third and fourth generation. That's it. When they die, that's it.
You see, and that's how people like us or I is start getting open. You know what I mean? What we have to do is spend is a lifetime of things, to spend to teach and to see if we can open the eyes of others. Because listen, you have to get them when they're young to influence, to bring influence and affluence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Influence. The affluence is your money. The influence is your ability to transform and change life. And if
Mm.
you have influence or affluence, you got nothing. Absolutely
Mm-hmm.
nothing. You might dress
Mm-hmm.
up nice clothes. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? But that's about it. You're still gonna be last. Last in the race. It's a race to see who
Mm.
can win. And we as a people are 300 years behind in the race. Just imagine you're running a race.
Mm.
and you're 300 miles away from the winning pool. When others here already sit down and rest, get them coffee, probably go get a shower, refresh themselves, gone home, gone sleep, gone palaver with them girls, and you still around because of 300 miles.
Well, I think you give them. I think you give them too much less card right there, because I would say 400.
All
You
right.
know.
Well, all right, you take it up there.
Mm-hmm.
100 miles behind.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
or approximately then. Just say approximately
Mm-hmm.
400 miles behind in the race. When the other people them done win, shower, refresh, gone home, gone sleep, and you still a run. I want to finish. Can I say, finish. Yeah, the finishing line.
Mm-hmm.
And realize that you are 300 miles the winner.
Mm. No matter how fast you run, they always have the advantage.
Man. So that's why we have to start to re-educate and go back to the drawing board and see if there's a shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
Because at any means necessary, if you ever take a shortcut to beat them back round and come
Mm.
join the line, nothing wrong with that.
Mm.
You understand? But our people mind, you see, when the
The
mind line,
the mind of a reprogram, man. The mind of a reprogram.
mind are one of the craziest thing to have a blind mind in a man.
Mm-hmm.
When the mind is blind, it's worse than if you lose your natural sight. Yeah,
Yeah, the plantation mine is the sad. It's I don't know if you ever hear of Stockholm syndrome. It's a Stockholm syndrome, because
all right, nothing brings some syndrome. We bring it down to simple and that.
Mhm.
Where the Bradley syndrome.
Mhm. I think
Because
lot of people is in love with the
all
master,
right,
and
policeman them
they're basically the sad part is we can witness so much trauma before our very eyes, and
and
people look past it as nothing.
and
Like it's okay.
beat him next to death and thinks I'm dead. And when he come back alive, the first thing he say, can we all get along?
Hmm. Talking about oh, they're trying to change a person's name, change his name to Toby
Yeah.
when his name was Kute Kente. It's the same thing. I don't know if you know. That's the same thing that's happening to Cat Williams right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking a chance to whip Cat Williams to change his name from Kute Kente to Toby, and he
Listen,
won't do it.
back make out of steel. They can't beat him. He get a nine can't penetrate him.
Yeah,
But
he already came out and tell everybody, say, hey, you can say what you want. I don't care what you think. I'm gonna continue being me.
when a man can make his own money, nobody help him.
Uh-huh.
He can form his own production company and put what he want to put in it
Uh-huh.
and and help others. You
Uh-huh.
understand? People don't like that
Yeah.
because he's looking from nobody. Can say once they make you, they're gonna break you.
Exactly.
Understand? So that's why he can speak with clarity and the way that he spoke. Many like it, but me and him they're on the same level. Might not be on the same level financially, but mentally we on the same level because
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that 100%.
you know what I
On
mean.
the top just alike.
Yeah. We understand what it is and we see what it is. Then, man, me study this thing from my boy. You know. Me tell you, the first time he conscious of it, you know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When me watch and see the Soweto riot in South
Mm-hmm.
Africa, probably around 10 to 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm see it, you know, and it just opened up my consciousness to a level that I don't think no 10-year-old conscious should have opened. The way it opened up my conscience because from me see the wicked brutality and
Mm-hmm.
see, you understand? Me and follow these things. When we just come to America, there was a program I used to watch. You know, look up this man Tony Brown Journal. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Watch him program.
Mm-hmm.
Constant. And this man used to talk about certain things and it just opened up my conscious. So my consciousness opened up from my youth. Me not just come up,
Okay.
me not just come up and just come as a Johnny come lately into these things. You understand?
So you're in a long time.
In a long time. But
Mm-hmm.
the world never set up that you could have a voice. Like now you can go up on social media and have a voice. So and it's something where when me just come and just speak up. You understand? From my youth, me realize you know, things not right. You understand? Things
Mm-hmm.
not understand. I mean, no, I'm conscious of the fact of it. You understand? That's why certain things, me from my youth, grew up, me decide there are things from my youth, grew up, so me now get involved with.
Mm.
Age go up, you know, as long as me remember myself, and the things that me mark off of my list, so me now get involved with. I know me not get involved in them because we don't know, so there are certain things. But I'm not gonna get involved. Me not care what the pressure around or who. And nothing the man can tell me, say, me not supposed to talk the truth. I see things. You got some guys out there now. We are trying to convince you that the things that you see, your eyes or your
Mm.
ears are
Mm.
food. Because what you see, you didn't see it. And you must not come and say you see it. And what you hear with your own ears. So you have some guys out there who are trying to change people and tell them, say, where you hear, you never hear it. So don't come and
Mm.
say you say something else. Well, me can get to that place where the master tell me, say, because you know, a guy might lock down your Facebook or lock down the YouTube or whatever, you know, the man go lock down. And then me say, you know, because of that, you know, I have to say what I know is not right. Because if I can reach one person, you know, to change their mindset, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's one, you know. I have to change a million, you know. One get conscious and say, look into themselves and say, you know, so true the guy there talk.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? Remember when Bob Marley used to talk and Bob Marley used to sing and the people in Jamaica used to criticize him and say my whole dirty rasta and wouldn't even listen to his music and something like that. And now that
Mm-hmm.
man, everybody that jump on the bandwagon and like them, they like it. Well, me can say when I was 17 years old, me is a Bob Marley fan. Me listen to
Mm-hmm.
it from I was 17 years old. Me I listened to it before that, you know. But when I was 17 years old, I become an hardcore fan.
Okay.
You understand? I become an
Mm-hmm.
hard fan when I listen to his music.
Mm-hmm.
And hear this man attack some things. And I say, you know, you sing them when I sing about, you know, them some like they have merit to it. And nowadays,
Solid, solid, man, solid.
nowadays people are say, oh, because you see, well, a lot of used to say because him say my Rasta Selassie. No, me not say Selassie a God. But Selassie is an emperor and Selassie was a wise man. Selassie was one that really want to bring Africa, but the African leaders would not listen to Selassie. You know what I mean? For that, I can give him merit, but now say my God, because we know some God, in my estimation. Yeah, I take him for God. But I take
But
him for faith,
But
emperor.
a lot of people don't realize that that wouldn't make sense, because Selassie himself is a Christian. That
Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
yeah, understand? So, but still, you can't convince them otherwise. Now go down that road. I mean, I go down the road of the things them that Bob used to say. Like unity of Africa, justice, love,
Mm-hmm.
and right to liberate yourself. You have to free yourself. You know, those are the things that that resonate within my spirit. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
me can say. There's a great Bob Marley fan. I'm tell people say,
Mm-hmm.
just it's not a journey come lately. I talk about Bob Marley, you know what I mean, and say, oh, nowadays you can see it here. You can say, yo, we have more than one of these. You know what I mean? Different. I mean, it's a great Bob Marley. Yeah, Bob.
When you say a person can't say it, just come.
No, I mean, a journey come lately. This is a book here.
When you say you never locks up here just 2 weeks ago.
No, no, I mean, whole for years, me have this book, you understand? I mean, other, you know, that's a sure say he's a man where me not just come and say he's a fan because, you know, other people jump on the bandwagon lately. I mean,
Exactly.
it's a,
Just because they start burning some bush, all of a
yeah,
sudden they become a fan.
no, because he's a man, me like to analyze things myself. Me
Mm-hmm.
make a narrative and say, that if I run with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a youth, me grow, me like, me have a mindset. That's why when we see all youth when I grew up with, I get involved in a certain things, and I get involved in a crime, and I get involved in things, Me have the mindset to say, listen, if you analyze things to myself, a certain road me now walk, because watch out, you want to know, so boy, keep my dignity. You know what I mean? Me not believe in a man to tell me when to eat, when to shit, and when to walk, and when to talk, you understand? And lock me up in a captivity. You know what I'm saying? Me not believe in that. So that's why me know, me never born with a slavery mindset. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Me never
Mm-hmm.
born with a mindset. Me born with a mindset where we're liberated. You understand?
Mm.
Freedom.
So basically, you're you're one of them where born outside of the chains, so your mind are lock up.
I'm going to lock my mind, man. If you lock your mind, I'm dead, Yes, some man dead at 13, 14, 15, I'm get buried when I'm 17.
Mm. And
Yes,
another thing, one time I see an interview with a guy. The guy tell a caucus, them snow mountains. He told them that he grew up picking cotton and he liked picking cotton. I mean, I said, what? This guy, this guy hates it. Yeah, the guy mind really locked. He really, he never left he never wanted to leave the plantation at all.
you can't in a brutal situation and you tell people say you shouldn't be ashamed. That's why I say right now in a 2024, black man should be ashamed for to collect Grammy and saying win Grammy.
Mm,
Especially when they never give them Grammy on the ear. Then carry them around and look a corner and give them when nobody no see.
exactly.
Then
Mm,
why never telecast? Make the whole world see. You see,
mm,
a time now for we get out of that slave mindset.
mm,
Slave mindset. Why I need some guy to validate me? You know? Make my peers talented come together a thing. And so we are go award, talented people like ourselves. That is more a prestigious award than the slave
mhm,
pick you.
Yeah, because all that is, you're being awarded by the establishment for being cooperative with the system.
Non-talented, non-skilled people are reward skillful people.
But that's what they used to do. That's what they used to do back on the plantation. So award people for catching slaves.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That not that is, you see, we have to get out of those mindset. You understand?
Hmm.
Kind of mindset. And realize now today day and age. Today, day and age. We it's not wrong. I don't yet know other group,
Hmm.
but it's wrong to
Me
see
either.
that I group survive. Because I don't want my grandchildren and great great grandchildren come and undergo the same bondage that I went through.
Mm.
Why I have to run away from the place of my birth, and why so many of us have to run away from the place of our birth, because
Hmm.
so we look at better life, because the leadership within our country and within our group cannot provide a substantial
Yep.
life of living that we can feel qualified and can say we are blessed. So it come like we are serving God with partial.
Hmm.
Come like we are the children of a lesser God.
Mm.
And we are not the children of a lesser God. It's just a mindset. It's just a mindset. Solomon, I am black, I am comely. I am black and I'm comely.
Hmm.
You understand? So
Yep.
all the things say we are inferior to others. You go and think,
Hmm.
but that not in my vocabulary. That not in my
Mm.
I never will be inferior to no one. If anything, I'll be the superior. But I'm not no inferior to no man. I don't care who you be. Because the song say every man have an equal right to live and to be free. No matter color, class, or race you may be. Every man have an equal right to live and to be free. Those are my motto that I construct my life. The Bible said the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof.
Hmm.
In everything in the earth belongs to the Lord. And he said, and they that dwell herein. When we don't live a space, we live on the earth. That means that every fullness for the earth have
Hmm.
me as it belongs to others. But others believe that they should just go out there, rob, steal, capture, kill, take everything, and just tell us that be quiet because when you go to heaven, you're gonna walk on streets of gold. Can't you be satisfied with nothing here on earth? Because when you go
Hmm.
to heaven, God gonna make you walk on street that have gold. What benefit is it to me then?
I have a question for you, KOJ.
Yeah.
What if, um, as you know about the situation in South Africa, they trying to the people, this Snow Mountains trying to get their government back, their own government and everything. If
Listen,
the people of
go,
South Africa lose the country again,
go,
and
go,
they end up back into they end up back into apartheid, what what would be a response to that?
listen. If them African down there continue being a idiot,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna they're not even gonna call it apartheid when they put them back there. It's gonna be 10 times worse. I don't know what they're gonna name it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they make them people, give them own a state in Africa, and the black don't come together and say, listen me, that not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's one African and gonna divide it up enough. You know, but no other state can make out of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You either comply or you leave. Simple, because
Wow, wow.
if they don't comply and the African down there give them a state, they're gonna what they're gonna do to them, gonna make apartheid look like, say, they were in F.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And if they don't subdue it now, get them act together in the next 20 years, they,
Mm.
that they're gonna get something worse than apartheid. Remember, any of them give them that, you know, and let them do that. France is gonna be with them. England,
Mm.
Australia is gonna be with them. Canada is gonna be with them. Even though they might lick out against Israel, Israel is gonna be with them.
Mm.
United States is gonna be with them. All of these countries
Mm.
take their side. You tell me now, is African equipped with all the military base that hang over them head, we control them every
Mm.
move? Is they equipped for the other a wave of apartheid system that they're gonna go through? Make them see them farm fool. If Africa cannot unite, see that, see book that. Well, I tell you, you know what I mean? Africa for unite. The first song we about put in this book. He said, Africans unite. Unite for the benefit of the people. How good and how pleasant it would be before God and man to see the union of all Africans. You understand? If they don't see it, if they don't see it, make them stay there and stay in fool. You understand? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna see, is it what going on right now in Gaza is gonna make it look like a picnic. You understand? If them
Mm-hmm.
South Africans, people back in the power. You understand? So make them stay there and go on fool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
They're
they want
team,
like an
they're
idiot. Them go on
teaming
like
up. They're teaming up with them and not realizing that they're gonna be end up in chains. Sad
it
that
things.
people that fought for their freedom now putting them own selves back into slavery. Just to me, I never it's something so crazy.
That's the mindset of our people, you know. It's
Yeah, a slave mine.
I got a slave mind, you know. But me glad say from your youth, me have a liberated spirit. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You remember when all me watch all Roots now? Other people might think different from how me think when we watch Roots now. Because that's why me can't watch all them kind of things anymore. Because when you watch it, you understand?
Painful, Theo. Painful.
You know what I mean? I mean, that you know that human being allow people for treat them that way. And yo, and them a cook them food, give them.
They treat them good, man, and treat them good. But for them treat them that way. They treat them good, man. They treat them good, but for them treat them that. At the end of the day, I personally think that they they're in love. As Dr. Umar always say, they love that good hair, the blonde hair, blue, eyes.
Yeah.
Love.
And I know who could have a lie, but somebody must know how you may say. But you see,
The powers that be.
yeah, just cut it off. Yeah, yeah. A time now for our people recognize, realize. And if this is my mission for the rest of my lifetime, I hit that. I would like to see a world where people can live in peace and harmony and unity. You know what I mean? And that would I love to see. A world that every man have that equal right to live and to be free. Don't care what color, class, or race you may be. Every man have the equal right to live and to be free upon the earth.
Mm-hmm.
The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. When I read
Mm-hmm.
chapter 1, right? I love go over Matthew chapter 1, where they tell you about the bigots. And they tell you about the bigots. And it said from 14 generation, this happened. To another
Mm-hmm.
14, that happened. To another 14 generation, that happened. That means people track their genealogical roots to find out what happened in 14 generation. We were not taught. I don't even know my great grandfather name, my grandfather father name. That's why you hear me say this song and say, I don't even know my name. I don't have no connection
Connection to your roots.
to my roots. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
don't where in Africa my family arrived from. You understand? I don't
Mm.
know what slave ship they came on. You understand? All I
Mm.
know that we were brutalized in chain, whipped, and beat. When I went to Africa and when I went to Zanzibar, and then when I see where they kept the slaves, it brings tears to my heart, to my eyes, to see that human being could treat other human being the way that these people treat human being. They have no heart. You understand?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Gotta realize every man got an equal right to live and to be free. And who don't want freedom for themselves? It's too bad. You understand? Who don't want the
Yep.
freedom? Erase themselves from mental slavery. You have to make sure
Mm-hmm.
you develop your mind, a strong character, become one with God. See, once God start to speak to you and
Mm-hmm.
you become one with the Creator, and you listen to God, and you know say God you listen to, and you don't care what man wants to say about you. You understand? You have to bring yourself to the place where you know say you listen to the Creator. Understand? And speak truth to power. Don't care if somebody gonna be upset. Do I care if I speak the truth and somebody upset? Why should that offend me? Jesus never be afraid to speak the truth. No,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta speak the truth. People are afraid to hear the truth. I'm one that is not afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Why should I be afraid to speak the truth? If I get up and I tell lie and somebody know and somebody say, what a wicked man, it means look, how much lie I tell on people. You know, it
Mm-hmm.
would feel good to know that I'm telling a lie on a human being. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's not good for you also tell lie on other people. You know what I mean? But
Yep. Yep.
why should somebody be mad? If I'm lying on a man now, you know what I mean? Then I can say, yo, you need to shut up because stop telling lie. You're lying on people.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that I said, can it be substantiated? Everything that I said, is there's merit to it? Everything that
Mm.
is it a fact? Or am I hallucinating? You know what I mean? It's a fact we are dealing with. The truth we are dealing with. Truth and right.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? You know what I mean? It said from this generation to that generation was 14 generation. So that means that somebody take the time to check and to count
Mm-hmm.
generation tree, the genealogical record,
Mm-hmm.
to realize that we have to keep track.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have nobody to keep track, to know what is my true name, my true
Mm-hmm.
identity. You understand? But going forward, I want to leave a world behind where my great grandchildren who I am.
Yeah, man. I know my grandfather's name. I mean, I know my 5 generation back. great grandfather name because my father named my brother, older brother, and he named Fiend's son after that guy's name because what happened is that he have a whole bunch of children,
Mm.
so his name is all over the place.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed. I don't know if you ever noticed. There was a girl in a track and field. Her last name was Facey.
Mm.
They
I know
are
some.
like almost all over, man. It's a
I
well
know
known
some.
name.
I know some in Jamaica from Marchman Road. I know some of them. You know what I mean?
Well known name, man.
But
Well known.
do you know your great grandfather father name?
What do you mean?
Your grandfather father name. Do you know? You know your grandfather and your great grandfather. But your great grandfather must have a father, and your great grandfather father must have a father, because it could have come.
mhm.
So can you go back from there and know who their name, know where they're from, know who they live, who they are?
Not necessarily. I, I think I can find out a name, but I don't know where they from and where their family or not.
So you see those when you're thinking about passing down legacy, it's not only
Mm-hmm.
what you know what I mean, because a man must know his roots. If you
Mm-hmm.
cannot chase your roots and know your true roots, you know what I mean. Again, where they're going to um track back your roots, that come on to find out how we know who is doing the research, how we know that information,
I feel some of that information is false.
how you know the information that you're getting. Where was the historical bank that store historical record to know exactly and precisely if this information is true? You see, those are the things that we gotta question, because me
Mm-hmm.
we reach to the stage where we not take nothing as face value,
Yeah,
because
you have to do
it's,
your own research.
that's why we end up in the situation where we end up in. You understand?
That's why anytime someone presents something for me, I always do my research.
And again, if the research based on what information that is out there, guys, listen, me, you can research again, and research can be right and the research can be wrong, because it depends on who decides. Because sometimes people might put up even malicious things to make it seems like it is true. I'm not saying that it is so, but you got to look at all different possibilities, because can certain people be trusted over the years, proven that they cannot be trusted? So, oh, if now they're going to give you a narrative, you got to question the narrative in every shape, way, and form. Find out, is this narrative a true narrative of what really transpired? Is it a
Mm-hmm.
fiction of somebody imagination coming up with this narrative? Where is the historical record that you can go back and track it, and to say in this year this was recorded, until we can prove and substantiate that these things is actually factual? Me kind of be on the reserve bank, and for now to know.
As you said, you were talking about who is doing all the DNA stuff. I don't trust a lot of these places because they're pharmaceutical and they're controlled by the men. So you can't trust them.
And it's a money making profit.
Exactly.
A profit.
Exactly. And another thing to want me here, this is not conspiracy, but I hear that they're using people's blood and whatever person hand over. They're using for their own nefarious purposes, which is
And
right.
there's a doctor here in the United States. Forgot his name. We can look it up. who, I see if I can find his name, who, he was a fertility doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when women came who couldn't get pregnant, maybe their husband's sperm was weak or whatever the case may be, but he was a fertility specialist.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, they start to find a lot of kids that look like this man. And it was over 25 kids. Them find out that each time woman them bring them husband's sperm. And just switch it and use him on. And and I'm supposed to show the person now because 25 years did get, and I'm more than 25 years, so I must show the person by now. And this doctor
Mm-hmm.
did that. He right here in the United States.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust them, man. I don't trust them at all.
Sperm to get all the women that come to the clinic pregnant. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
maybe next time we do a thing on that. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things out there that you got to know.
Yep.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And one thing with me, when me hear any strange news, I'm putting in my memory bank, come say one day we might need this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Once a
That's
year,
true. That is true.
you know what I mean? You're supposed to store it in your memory bank so that you can know, that you can
Mm.
example.
You,
You know,
so that story I heard about that story, about the guy with he putting film DNA inside or something and get all the women pregnant. So I watch a documentary about it. Watch a documentary. I wasn't around the time when it happened, but I
well,
watch
I
a
was
documentary about it.
happening. I was right here in the United States when it happened.
Yeah,
So
that guy was something else, man. That guy was something else. Oh boy.
you know all these things, you gotta you know all these things, you gotta know. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You understand? But some people would rather say, then why you have to bring up that? You know, and they can't understand that you gotta know
Mhm.
what is done and what can happen. So you gotta know who you can trust. Understand?
True. Yep. Yep.
Because for money and self gratification, two things people do things right now. Money, self gratification,
Yep.
and go on with all kind of craziness to see who them can fool and
Yep.
who I mean them can't. But as I
Yep.
say, he's a man me set, in my ways where me have to learn where I go on and understand where I go on. And me can't make a man come brainwash me. And because people say it's like you watch the news with the warrior go on and a man will look by you and say, the things them that you see, you didn't see it. You have comment and say, what you see, you say, what you heard is not what you. So like, yo, you have people who believe that. Yeah?
No, they want you to believe. They want you to believe their narrative.
And I mean, you have
Their
people who
version of it. They want you to believe their version of it.
and people that come and ask people, take a side, take a side, take a side. Me say,
Oh.
I was listening to Bob one time, never really be interview him,
Mm-hmm.
And so Neville asked him, so Bob, like oh your father white and your mother black, whose side you depend? And and then just laugh. Neville, me not depend on the white man side, I'm not depend on the black man side, the God side me depend. That's an answer. So I'm gonna show us the right side man for depend. You understand? And we have to realize that there is a right and there is a wrong. And
Mm-hmm.
what side, it's like you got these black people in America nowadays who don't matter what the narrative is, whether lie or true, they only want to
Mhm.
see on the TV they will join the side to bring down a black man.
Yep, yep, yep.
Understand? They're quick, 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 quick,
Mhm.
quick, without
Yep.
the necessary information that needed to form a conclusion. None of them don't form a conclusion because from the master said, so they have to. That's why I come back again to Cat Williams. Yo, Cat
Mhm.
in person, but why you got a big supporter who says enough respect to you. Enough
Yep,
respect
yep,
to Cat
yep.
Williams, who is not afraid to talk the truth. You understand?
I,
Cause
I would I would love to interview Cat Williams myself, man. I would enjoy that interview this so much.
yo, man, know what I say, man. The man know what I say. You understand?
Mhm.
Start to realize it, yo,
Yeah,
one
and one thing I like about Cat Williams, he's a person who is very giving and caring to people, behind the scenes. Try to look clout.
and that's so you have to do it, man. So you have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why many of them don't like him. You understand?
Yeah, man. They don't like him at all.
You know?
He say every time we go in a room, them bow down their head like this.
Yeah. But I say if it goes still long, when there's a man where if he's a man where say you straight like a arrow,
Hmm.
you understand?
But some people, they're not gonna like you,
I friend know say you straight like a arrow, you don't care who don't like it,
Yeah.
You understand? Cause I don't know some straight like an arrow. You understand? And the man say, yo, no guy no like him saying collect information,
Mm-hmm.
Him saying we have pay for information, Him
Wow.
collect information
Hmm.
so that who is who and what is what.
And that's the reason why they not sue him, because they know that he has the information.
Then listen. There are certain things when you're talking, you say allegedly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me use that all the time.
But when
Me,
you know
me
certain,
always use, especially when me go online or me I put out a message. Me always put allegedly.
certain, when you know for certain, like me never gonna say allegedly me have a Malibu.
But at the same time, though, me personally, the reason why I'm like use a word is because it keep me out of legal, situations. So it's safe.
I'm not sure right now, I'm not think so me I go on elaborate on it. It's
We say you're not gonna speak on it. You're not
like
gonna speak on it at all.
the Cambridge professor. Me never say allegedly. You understand? Because I
anytime me I make any statement where me know 100% on, that's when I use the word allegedly.
now I'm gonna say you have people that suffer from Rodney King syndrome. Me never say allegedly. Because after the
Mhm.
man done beat the man and thinks him dead, beat him to death. And then when he get back like a life, if I come and say, can we all get along? Or you all get along with a man who beat you? We treat worse than us.
Sad.
We don't
That
want to get
is
along.
sad.
Why would you want to get along with them?
Hmm.
Yo, it's,
Sad.
I want to see every last one of them in prison. It's like black
But
people, every time when police shoot a black person, the parents or their family come on TV and say, oh, I forgave them. Forgive them when they're in prison. When I hear the judge give them 99 years in prison, you say, thank you, Jesus, I forgive them.
most of the time they they get away, like for example, remember
When
the
they,
guy what you remember the
when
guy
they
what go massacre the black people inside the church, I think it was South Carolina or something like that. And you know what the police end up to you
can
white guy?
food.
They said and bring him to McDonald's. After I go massacre people and bring him to McDonald's, make you
Yeah,
enjoy yourself.
yeah.
And I
So,
said, what?
so that, and when you go say no, you think you forgive them, give them a Bible and put them on the electric chair to may God have mercy upon your soul. So you have to forgive them. You see, we have to start changing narrative.
Mm-hmm.
We have to change the narrative. We can't be brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
Them treat you ash, so you have to give them ash treatment.
Yep.
I'll forgive you when I know that you get 99 years in prison. I'll forgive you. But until you get to 99 years in prison, me not in a place to forgive you. And come and teach
Mm.
that, make the rest here say. But when them come and do them wickedness, yeah, that would say, oh, I forgive you.
Mm.
God don't forgive everybody. If God did forgive everybody, Satan wouldn't be reserved for punishment.
Exactly. You still a be in heaven.
Yeah, you understand?
Mm.
So if God don't forgive everybody, why should only black people take it up on them head to forgive everybody? Every heinous crime that a person can done to a black people, that you come up and say, you got Rodney King syndrome.
And you know another thing too, what we can't stand? I can't stand when they have in the 21st century all white juries. I'm like, when is this? The
Eh?
20s? You know,
No, and that's another thing. The lawyers them a sellout because if it's 12 jury, you want it equal. Yeah,
I personally believe they shouldn't do it like that because number one, majority of the judges are white people.
but even them white,
And
give
majority of the sheriff are white.
one
So
jury.
so so that's so if half of the juries are white,
Eh.
they already half won the battle. That's
Well,
80%
well,
right there.
the other half, the other half of the day, you hold your ground.
Well, they remember say you have influence, you have influence, cause they've been doing this for ages, I remember. I don't know if you remember the guy where that was his name is Emmett Till. Emmett Till. When they killed Emmett Till,
Hmm.
man, he went to he was the people that killed him was tried, but because it's an all white jury, they walk free.
Then and that, I mean, you see, and you have to get black people who is not intimidated.
No. You also have sellout black people too. That's another problem.
Black people are not intimidated. You make it. You see, and that's why, yo, me say me won't vote again, but me now vote for no man unless me know exactly what you're gonna do for black people. You have to spell it out. Put me in there, and this is what me gonna do for your people. Worse if I'm black. How many black politicians ever say do anything and say, I'm gonna make this for beneficiary? I'm driving around.
Never hear it from a bond.
Listen, I'm driving around and I see Greek Orthodox. See the Italian thing. They got the cultural center. They got the
Mm-hmm.
center. And I say, where's the black things that look how much
Does,
rich black you have?
does not exist. Those things
And
does not
they can
exist.
come together and say, bring, make a place that even if you say you want to keep a banquet,
Mm-hmm.
right? Look how much people here have the money that they can put one in every city and
Yeah.
say, let me put something nice that this group of people can enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
That if you got the Jewish one, the Greek one, the Italian one, the Polish one,
Yep.
have one. You see, our people, our mindset is
Focus
so
on being a slave.
Our mindset. That's why them still Grammy and black people are go. Yes, I get it. That's what that. It only show in that
That's
you need
white validation.
to validate. You need non-skilled, non-talented people to validate you.
It's just like when they, I don't know if you ever seen the movie Django,
I
when they
never.
had the two large black men fighting each other.
Mm-hmm,
This is the same situation, and when the one win, they call that one the buck, and
mm-hmm,
he won't get all the women, and he's
mm-hmm.
become the champion, and then he be with all the women on the plantation.
Yes.
That's basically what the same thing going on. Why you think when they get ready to do the NFL draft, why they
Mm.
gotta put a measuring thing tape on this? Oh, this slave large.
Yeah.
He's big, and they gotta put a measuring tape around him. Oh,
Little,
this is a mandingo we have here. You
little,
know,
let us,
it's
you
the
know,
same thing as slavery. Just modern times.
and these platforms, let us try to change the narrative. You know what I mean? And these
Yep,
platforms,
changing the narrative,
changing the narrative. You know what I mean? We
changing the mindset.
change the mindset. We don't to speak truth and right. What is true and what is right? You know what I mean? A business, if a next man want to vex, who want vex, vex? Because me not come up for please, man, and God no come for please, you know. Because
Hmm.
me's a God-fearing man. Me's a man who love my, and a man, me's a man who worship my God. But me not worship people. Now human being on the earth that deserve me to worship them. And me can't call them out if them wrong. If you're black and you're wrong, me supposed to can say you're wrong. And if you're white,
Hmm.
you're wrong. And if you're Chinese and you're wrong, you're wrong. No matter who you is. Me go sugarcoat it and say I'm afraid for talk because somebody will get mad. Who cares if somebody want to get mad?
Hmm.
Me I see you think me mad over it.
No, you gotta stay quiet. You gotta stay. Whatever he oppose on you, you gotta just take it and be quiet. Be a good servant.
No, good servant. You know, when them people they go and these wicked brutish people. You see, in Proverbs, he said a brutish man, neither have the knowledge of God or man,
Mm,
You see, when a man
wow.
when and that's a classification, the Bible give a classification of a brutish heart. He said the
Mhm.
brutish Proverbs say that you got no knowledge of the Almighty. You have no knowledge of human being. You don't know how to treat human being because your heart become brutish.
Wow. That's pretty sad.
You know what I mean? So when
Whew.
you talk about brutish people, you know what I mean? The scripture said like that, and my word.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Yep.
Why
Yep.
should
Yep.
I
Yep.
be afraid for scripture?
Where's that?
Why should I be afraid to quote the scripture?
No, you're not for me afraid to quote the scripture at all.
Yeah, you know
But
what I mean?
when you're in a certain rainbow environment, they get upset when you quote the scriptures now.
Yo, I want rainbow in me know, and I want up next sky now. And that's
I think you can read through the line. Because these people nowadays,
and I
they,
want
they, they can't stand when people talk about that.
well, them wrong for give with the Bible, Cause them give with the Bible and now me have to use the Bible back on them, you understand?
But they didn't give us during slavery. Black people didn't own all the. They had a slave Bible. They didn't have the actual Bible,
Yeah,
so
well,
they didn't get to read everything that they wanted to read. The only thing message the plan you know that the the plant that was message supposed to be preached on the plantation was obey your master.
what stuff has to do?
Uh,
Do some research.
Uh-huh.
And I think one of them they need to go on the library and so some get some research onto some old slave laws that still is in effect, that is still
Oh.
governing us today.
Oh, you mean post construction after slavery?
Yeah, yeah. All those
Okay, okay.
before and yeah, and
But,
after.
yeah, because that's how they created the prison system, because it created a whole bunch of
But
laws after slavery.
them claim that we are the minority in America, right? They say that we are the
Uh-huh.
minority.
Uh-huh.
Why is it in the prison system? If we are the less in number, how the prison system we are the more most?
Mm.
That means something is not fair.
Yeah.
You understand? Something that means somebody set it so that that happened that way.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's if you go to the United States, you can find more black people in it, more white. But in the general population, there is
Mhm.
more white commit crimes than black.
No, but they'll never admit that on the airways and on the media and stuff like. Oh no, they're the pure. This Snow Mountain never go wrong.
You know what I mean? More
Snow.
more white commit crime in the United States than black. It's not a mix,
That
but
statistic will never reach the daylight.
that's
Yeah.
just the system. Why is it that is more black is in prison? You know what I mean? I mean
Yeah.
something is wrong with the that means that either the judge, the prosecutor, even the defending lawyers and everybody's in also say, all right, we will free the I heard a policeman, I think he's a I don't think say now rookie cop and he went join the New York police station
Hmm.
and they would get specific order not to go into certain direction, certain
Hmm.
to give ticket. And it's the one day man and partner and drive and going to the Jewish community and them say them find cars with expired stickers and this and them give ticket. And when they come back, I reprimand them. One of the ticket and some man say, listen, the man not even have registration for him car, and then call and demand that the ticket be torn up. And when the boss said to him, say, yo, and I said, no, why we have to do it? Why? Because when they send it to the black community, when we give tickets, we don't do that. The man said, listen, it is not your call. And boss them say it's not your call. If I said tear it up, I mean tear it up.
Wow. That doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me at all.
A lie, I tell a lie. You understand? That him said. And son said, listen, I don't care what you think. If I said, you know what I
That's
mean,
to that's to show you that the playing field is not level.
if a level, or if a level, it don't level. Then in a Flint, Michigan, you know what I'm saying? Where the most of the tickets where support the court come from the working black who is
Exactly.
less in the population. The tickets, them, I support everything. You understand? And when them decide say, yo, it's not a level playing field, and people got to understand these things and and see it. Me got all my own experience, but me not ready to talk about that yet, You
Yep.
understand? Me have my own experience, so I know say it's not a level field. You understand?
Mm.
Go on like that and say, if all police is good, me not say all no some not good now. but I've come across extreme racist police. Extreme.
Mm-hmm.
I've come across that. You understand? And I also meet police, which is good. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
One day I was driving, right? And I almost hit a cruiser. But I get distracted. Almost hit the cruiser. The police guy, my feet swing out of the road. I'm almost lick up on the rail. And when he put on the light, and stop and said, man, I have to go home and change my drawers. I say, make him piss up himself. I should have himself. That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
And he laughed.
It's
And
crazy.
he gave it him license registration and run it and him come back and him say, yeah, your record is good. What happened? I just get distracted. I don't remember what was. I'm gonna pay attention to him. Yeah, and almost run on the cruiser. And I'm saying, I'm not even gonna get a ticket because I see that he's a good guy. And I mean, but drive careful. And him,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what he said to me. He didn't even give me a ticket. I mean, almost crashing on the car.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. Him run my license and my registration, come back. He said, me nah no warrant, me never been arrested, nothing like that. Just start to be nice and good and say, but I gotta go home and change my drawers. Man, I was frightened me, you know what I mean? And I apologize to him.
Yeah.
Apologize to him. And say, because I remember telling me, I almost make him crash,
Mm-hmm.
almost. And I never did it for purpose, you know what I mean? So you
Yeah,
have good.
yeah, yeah.
If another one would have come now and I said, boy, we do,
Lock
and
him up. Lock him up. Lock him up.
probably beat me up and go on with some wicked things, you understand? But
Yeah, 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 yeah.
so you have the good ones out there. I'm not saying not the good ones out there, because that day I meet on a good one. I meet on a very good one that day. You understand? And him just joke it off and send me
Mm-hmm.
after I'm running my license and you not even give me a ticket.
Okay.
Just come to me and say, yeah, you see, you got a clean driving record, man. What's happening? I mean, just tell him, say, yeah, I just get distracted for 1 second and I almost make him run him off of the road. And he'll come on and talk to me good like a human being. You understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, also me, the one who want like my God. And
True, 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 true.
and they have like, I just say 50-50.
Uh-huh.
They have three good encounter with police on the road. Three good ones.
Uh-huh.
And three bad ones.
Okay.
Listen, so
So
it's,
so basically you have six encounter with them.
yes. Over the years,
Okay.
man, a long time I drive. You understand? Over the,
Okay.
I understand. And three good one and three bad one. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm now gonna say every one of them out there is bad. Come here,
Okay.
you understand? Remember another instant where we never talk about the bad one them yet, but I talk about then remember another instant. I was driving my daughter car coming from Greenfield.
Mm-hmm.
And me no know how comes my daughter never make that stick up on the back up like around a month. Police pulled me over and said, "What they pulled me over?" And said the sticker on the back of the car. And man run the car, run it again. She said, just a sticker. Him run my license, come back and no, no, and he said, Mr. Johnson, not even gonna give you a ticket. Um, go and get this. Come tell me, say my daughter car, I'm not driving. Say, go and get it. And see him, police, him could have towed with the car. You know what I mean? Him talk to me nice. I'm going to drive right to the registry. We reach a Springfield, I just drive right to the registry, take care of it myself. I drive the car and I never even realize. Pay for it, get it, and sell it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Police was so nice to me. So I say, yo, you have the good one over here. And I said, me
Yeah.
have good, me have three.
Yeah, cause it could have stir a whole bunch of problems here.
Yeah. Come here, I have to go from Greenfield, I have to go get the car, two and all kind of thing. And far from me there from yard. Understand? So, you know what I mean? I tell you something, me meet up on the racist, real racist one them. I
Mm.
me meet on them one day. So in everything you have the good and the bad, but sometimes the good, suffer for the bad. Come and me meet the
Sure.
real, you know what I mean? Maybe the same cop probably would have deal with somebody different, but the way them deal with me, them encounter that dealing,
Mm.
yo, you have the good one and the bad one. So watch out. We're going, me sign off now.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, you're busy tomorrow?
Yeah, cause something spring up that me have to take care of tomorrow. You know, me have an appointment in the morning. I don't know if we can done what me have to do before the appointment. I don't think so. So more make sure
Okay. Okay.
appointment 10:30.
Okay, all right. Link me tomorrow if you have some availability in the evening. We could do another live.
Yeah, me have something to take care of at the house. Me have something to take care of.
Oh, okay.
And after that, me good. But me have the two things to deal with tomorrow. So after me
Okay.
good. You know what I mean? So bless
All
up.
right. All right. Salute, KOJ.
Yeah, man. So if anything tomorrow we can link it again. All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And I put up some video too. I don't never see them.
No, I don't see them yet.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So blessings.
All right. You too. You too. This is Godly True TV here. Just listen to KOJ Productions. Please like, share, comment below. This season for the Colorado Buffaloes are going to be another great season. We're signing off here at Godly True TV with the truth, nothing but the truth. Shout out to Scaffold Boss Nation, Slick Boss Entertainment, and KOJ Productions, the PG app, and also many subscribers and supporters. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you for all that you've been doing. I want to really show my appreciation to all the subscribers and supporters. Thank you very much.